Good Saturday morning, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Thoughts Count Anywhere. Come to you live in the Goleva Studios in the heart of Las Vegas, Nevada. Chief doing his calisthenics, getting all warmed up, ready for today's show. We got a big show today, a hefty show today. We got it all. Shant, somewhere around here, but Desert Shark's in the studio. Thomas Burnett is sitting in. These two guys are filling in for our good buddy, Mr. Matt Mullen, who's out in Cali, helping Power Play Sports at a card show. And, of course, the Chief! And very special guest sitting over in Studio 2, who I will have the opportunity to interview at the bottom of the hour.
My man.
You see him there carrying some gold on the shoulders. The Shade is in the house. Coming up on June 11th, he's got a pretty important match coming up. Loud and proud, the LGBTQ plus fundraiser event center. Did I get all the letters and pluses in there, I think? Just give me a nod.
LGBTQ
all right, I got them all in.
Plus.
He has a big match going up against the current Las Vegas champ for BBW, Mr. Sean Black. You know, I'm going to talk about this with Shade. He's been with BBW about 6 years now, and this is really his first opportunity to go over some major gold after all this time. And we'll get Shade's feeling on all of that. That'll be June 11th. Doors open at 7 p.m. Tickets are still available on Eventbrite for that match. Doors will open at 6:15. Card starts at 7. A lot of great matches. We'll touch on some of them as our show goes on. Gentlemen, how did everybody survive? AEW looks like everybody's back in one piece. The AEW Wrestling Convention week last week, Chief.
Yes.
Okay. Well said, as always. Chief has always been a man of few words.
Yeah, it was great. We got to see a lot. Man, just get up. Man, get up, walk across, get your damn opponent and sit down. There you go. My man. That's it.
But you see, when the Chief says so, he says so. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, Ronald. Thank you, Ronald, for your kind words. We appreciate it.
Anyway, got to meet a lot of great wrestlers.
Yes.
I don't personally take pictures with them. I just like to say hello and thank them.
Yep.
But I know a lot of our Las Vegas family did get to get a lot of pictures with them and meet a lot of people. And, hey, it was great. It was great.
Gentlemen, you guys were, of course, there as much as possible. And I know you shared some video with our producer that even was shaking his head. So, Desert, why don't you just first of all, give me your opinions on the weekend, fellas. I mean, here you go. On the screen right now is talk about what we're seeing here.
So this is the Anarchy in the Arena match, and that's Eddie Kingston and Daniel Garcia. I see Eddie and Daniel going to the concourse section of T-Mobile Arena. I was like, oh shit, I know where they're going, and so I run a quarter along the way of the Arena Bowl, and then I see a big gang of crowd at the merch stand. I'm like, I gotta get in there and get me a video. So I get in there getting a video, and as you see there, Eddie Kingston and Daniel Garcia pushed me out of the way.
They should have knocked you on your ass.
But you notice it took two of them to move you, though.
It took two of me.
That's very impressive.
It is, and it was so surreal and so much fun. I just had so much fun doing that, and if I could do that again, I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Well, what I want to know is that merchandise that we just saw them get out from, if it got blood covered, did they sell those pieces with the blood on it for extra?
No, that was a gimmick. That was a gimmick merch stand.
Oh, it was.
And I know some people saw the pay-per-view side, and there was like a mustard and ketchup stand. That was also gimmicked as well.
So you mean it's not real? Anyway.
It's still real to me, damn it.
There was real mustard and ketchup.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah.
So a great weekend for all wrestling fans, and we talked about this last week.
No,
You know, you go back to UWW kicking off the weekend before.
You don't get any better.
And then you go Wednesday through Sunday with AEW really taking over Las Vegas, plus all the local promotions, FSW. I mean, everybody was doing something.
FSW, GCW.
Versus, I think, had something.
Yeah, Versus.
Right? So it really was like a huge wrestling convention in Vegas. And I know it was well received, and we'll just and now, of course, the next big stuff coming in, July 2nd, right?
Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank coming into town. Switched from Allegiant Stadium over to MGM.
Yeah.
Is it T-Mobile or MGM?
MGM Grand Garden Arena.
From comfortable seats to seats as hard as hell.
Well, now what's good? What now? The Domino.
I have to take my pillows.
The, pills or pillows, did you say?
Pillows.
Oh, pillows. I just want to make sure I heard it right.
I take my pills every day.
I know. Well, sometimes you do.
And I
when
put-
you remember.
And I put my teeth in.
Yes, extra. Do we have extra Fix-It? No, it's still loose. Okay.
No,
I want you to do that again.
huh? Calling on the phones because the chief said so. Damn it.
He did it so well. He had it with his teeth off.
You know what you know what's funny is this show has now made dentures a gimmick. Are you realizing this, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
We've now made dentures a gimmick. 702-329-6947. Press the number 1. Call us, chat with us. We'd love to hear your thoughts and comments. As always, we are monitoring the chat line there and our phones, the Twitter machine.
Hey,
Oh,
my-
and look at the
hey,
new camera we have. Next week it becomes the Matt Cam, though, doesn't it?
Nope.
No, you're going to move
Nope.
it?
It's the Chiefs.
We have the
cam.
new Chiefs cam, which normally would do a lot for the Chiefs rant. However, the Chief has willingly given up his rant time so that I can go over to Studio 2, and we'll use that interview time to chat with Shade. Now,
Absolutely.
that being said, folks, you and I, we all know on this set that we're going to have little mini rants throughout the show. So it's not like Chief is not going to have time to get his thoughts in as always. So it'll be a fun time here. We'll have Shade at the bottom of the hour. He's got that big event, plus anything else he's got going on, who, by the way, proved me right last year. I went out saying that Shade would be my number 1 pick for 2021 as the breakout wrestler of the year, and he made me look smart, which is a tough task to do, by the way.
Good
Must
morning.
say that. Good morning, William.
Good morning.
Right.
Good morning, Ben. How you doing, both of you?
Ben's out there too.
Top Rope Collectibles.
TRC, absolutely. All right. Matt is not with us just yet because the show he's doing in California literally just opened 15 minutes ago. So hopefully he'll have the opportunity to link in with us at some point.
He's doing L.A. Fan Fest.
There you go. Where is it, by the way? Besides in L.A.
L.A.
Beat you to it. Good morning, Ben.
He's at one of the hotels by the airport where I think it's the Radisson, if I'm
Okay.
not mistaken.
Right on.
That's where they're holding it at. Hey, some big names out there.
Oh, we are shared on TRC's page. Thank you, Ben. We are now streaming, I guess, on TRC's page as well. We appreciate it. All right.
Mr. Ben Bowman.
Since
from
we don't have
Kentucky.
story time with Matt because he's not here yet. Hopefully, when he comes in, we'll get one. That means we can jump right into I Hear Voices. All right, number 1. Rumor is there has been no communication between Sasha Banks and Naomi with WWE since their suspensions. However, Naomi yesterday apparently, quote unquote, broke radio silence when she posted a family something related tweet, nothing related to the situation. Your take on it, Chief, and then we'll go around the horn.
Well, to me, it looked like it was a picture of the family, and it had Naomi and my favorite female wrestler,
Dewdrop?
Tamina Snuka.
Oh, Tamina Snuka, yes.
Okay, she was in the picture
Yes.
too, and it was a picture of the family.
Right, the
So-
bloodline.
and even Hiro Saku from NXT, who I know is Sepha,
Right.
he was in the picture too. So I wonder what's coming down the pike.
Been a lot of talk about that as to what could be happening down the line for him. Solo, as he's, of course, known in NXT.
Sepha.
But also, dude, you guys see the doctored picture of the young bloodline with Sami Zayn's young picture doctored into that?
Yes.
That was pretty funny. I thought it was smart, fun stuff. Sammy's great. We were talking about it before we went on the air. We were talking about heels and faces and whatnot.
Yep.
And we were talking about some of the top heels in WWE. And, of course, Roman Reigns' name comes up like this. And Chief mentioned Sami Zayn as a heel. Now, granted, he has a heel persona, but I labeled him as a comedic heel because he's not a serious heel like a Kevin Owens or a Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns. Imagine if he were able to break away from this conspiracy character that he's playing and trying to get it, which we know that the joining the bloodline is just not going to happen officially. I don't care what's happened. But what if Sami Zayn was given a run as a true heel? Thomas, what do you think?
He could make money. I think it'd be good.
Be good for him.
It definitely would be good for him. I think it'd be good for the company as well.
Because when he first turned from face to heel back in the day, that heel run was very strong.
It was really strong, yeah.
And then they started with the goofy comedic stuff with the conspiracies and this and is that. I just wish they'd give him a more logical direction, get him out of this conspiracy stuff, this comedic role.
I wish they would too, but not going to happen.
they could replace him. I know who they could replace him with. Johnny Knoxville.
Oh, fuck that motherfucker. I'll run his ass over with a fucking rake. Shark.
He only gets one beep on all that.
Oh, he's catching up. I said him so fast, he's slow on the button this morning.
Damn.
He's fucking slow on the button. Okay. Your thoughts?
So the whole Sammy thing, what kind of
Well, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed our extended commercial break there. What we found during that time off, Wee Man was under the desk. As soon as I mentioned Johnny Knoxville,
Don't mention him.
I know. As soon as I mentioned his name, the system honestly rebooted all by itself. And you know what? Listen, technology, internet, heat. Wee Man. I don't remember what the hell we were talking about.
I don't know.
Well, let's go to birthdays so we can wrap up today's show. Hope you enjoyed the interview with Shade.
If you're that hot, could you bring my fan up, please?
Yeah, exactly. The only fans pay. There it is.
Hey! Oh,
Complete with a case of WD-40, and
my,
Chief will pay you to buy his exercise videotape.
I will provide S&H green stamp.
Oh my God, S&H green stamps. Oh my God, that goes back.
And people are going to say, what the hell is that?
I know, right? All right, let us quickly finish up the rumors before, because then at the bottom of the hour, we're supposed to transition to an interview, but we'll have to transition somehow. That's right. Ben, you are 100% correct. We found Wee Man under the table, Ben. Okay, rumor is that Thunder Rosa, very frustrated with AEW for lack of TV time, which is kind of funny because Matt brought up the statistic a couple of weeks ago that Thunder Rosa, since she had won her belt, had only been on TV for like 20 minutes over like a month and a half. And now we're finding out that perhaps it's a creative issue as to where they're not finding time or the ability to get her on the TV. Chief?
I don't understand that because seeing her and Serena Deeb this past weekend, that was a hell of a match. Mm-hmm. And with her being able to provide that quality of wrestling, I would think that there's enough female wrestlers in AEW that she could appear on there a hell of a lot more. Maybe take away some of the WWE time that is on TV now and put her on there. Because as I always say, I want my damn women wrestlers, so put her ass on TV, Tony Khan.
Speaking of women wrestling, what a great segue, Chief. Thank you
You're
for setting that up. I just read Shade's sitting 3 feet from us here on the main set, and he's putting comments in the box.
He keeps going. I'm going to slap the
July
shit out of him.
July 11th at the Sahara Hotel, UWW2 makes its return. You can go onto their website, uwwfed.org. I'm sure tickets are on sale now, but I do know that ticket prices are starting at like $49.99 or something like that.
Something like that.
Of course, we'll also be available on Title Match Network, same server system, same company that had it last time. Plans for pre-show and stuff still up in the air. Nothing confirmed 6 ways come Sunday. We did announce last week Diamante and Swole were two ladies that are signed for number 2. So
I could think Diamante. I couldn't think Swole.
I knew. I saw the wheels turning. So we announced that last week. So a lot more news, and hopefully as we get closer, I know Jennifer Santana, the great GM, and my commentary partner. No one's ever made me look as good on commentary as she did. That's for sure.
My damn neck's still hurting from that freaking
I know.
headlock,
You got
man.
it twice.
Yeah.
Well, you got Lady Tapa.
Yeah.
And anyway,
My buddy.
it was more of a boob hold than anything else. But anyway, so that was a nice segue into the ladies' match. Again, mark your calendars, July 11th. Doors, I believe, will open about 7:15.
Yeah, something like
But
that.
first match will start at 8 p.m.
Bell time is 8 p.m.
uwwfed.org. Okay, last item. Bray Wyatt sent out some tweets hinting that he could be returning to wrestling soon. And if that's the case, where do we see him going? But before he went on the air, some folks were talking about that he was seen possibly locally in town. Maybe he's scouting movie locations. I don't know.
Hey, my crack research source sent me the picture. Him and Eric Redbeard were on Fremont Street
Wow.
about 6:30 last night. So
Okay.
they're in town.
They must have caused quite a stir.
Who is your source?
I'm not telling.
You don't give up good
Hell
sources.
no. It's journalist. What did Bobby,
Journalistic integrity.
Thank you. That's what Bobby Heenan would have said.
That's right.
Yeah. My man Bobby.
That's
I
right.
miss you, brother.
Oh, you know what? We were talking about birthdays, and I looked at the list of birthdays. There's a lot of great names on June 7th. It's crazy. Matter of fact, one of them was a gentleman I saw at my first live event at Madison Square Garden. So, yes, Philip Campbell, thank you. We are back. Again, sometimes the gremlins of electronics and whatnot, but literally, folks, we were sitting here doing our thing. We looked over. Our producer, Aaron, he was, I don't know, maybe a foot away from the console, kind of checking some stuff on his phone, making certain everything. All of a sudden, the system just rebooted on its own. So I don't, maybe, I hate to say this, but you guys know, like entering this upcoming week, we're going to be in like the hundreds for like the next week. First time heat's really getting to us. And is it possible that Nevada Power is starting to do some of the quick, I don't want to say, is it brownouts? Is that what they call them? Surges?
Rolling brownouts.
Oh, man, I would hate for that to happen.
Well, look,
But-
look at what they did up. I'll digress for a minute, folks. Look at what they did up at Mount Charleston when they shut down the power up there for a couple days.
That's right.
When the wind was blowing,
Because of the fires
they
and
didn't
stuff.
want- fire.
That's a
season.
great point. That's a
So,
great point.
You got to do what you got to do sometimes.
Hey, I want to remind everybody, standing here upright in front of our console table is our TCA poster, which you can purchase on the Go Live Vegas website under the shop tab or merchandise tab. I don't remember what it's called, but wherever you can get stuff. GoLive.Vegas. We have this one being signed by our wrestling guest, so that means we had to get Shade on here today, Chief. Do we have markers for Shade? I think I have a Sharpie in my bag. And so what we're going to do at the end of the year, or as we get closer to when this poster gets filled up as it slides down to the ground. It's been one of those days. We are going to...
Again, it's one of those days, ladies and
Can
gentlemen.
we start again? Is it 9 o'clock again? Welcome, everybody. We are going to auction off this poster, and we're going to raise some good funds, we hope, and give away the proceeds to a nonprofit here in town, which has not been chosen. We have not discussed who or what, but we do know that that's what we want to do with this poster. But you can also purchase the poster on your own without the autographs on the GoLive.Vegas website. I think it's what, $28.99, $25.99, Mr. Producer? Something like that. You can also get posters for all. He's just right on,
Yep.
isn't he?
Yep.
You can also get all your posters and mugs for. There you go. It's how much does it say there? $26. So I see that. You even get a discount. There you go. You can also get mugs for all the shows here and whatnot, as you see a couple of them on display here on our desk. So that's what we're doing with the poster. Looking forward to getting more signatures on July 11th, and then the next show for UWW will actually be sometime in August. I think towards the middle to the latter part of August for number 3. And, of course, you can always check out ThoughtsCountAnywhere.com on our shop tab. We got shirts. We got hats. We got baby onesies. We got koozies. We got them all. Doggone it. And we got everything available on that site as well.
Good
all right.
morning, Mr. Campbell. How you doing today?
Oh, yeah. Ronald.
Phil.
Ronald's in Florida. He says it's raining in Florida. We're sorry to hear that. Blame it on Matt for being away. That's why the computer crashed.
Hey, Ron. You out fishing today, buddy, or what? In the rain? Just checking.
Is fishing good in the rain? Do you guys fish at all?
Yeah.
I don't fish.
You don't fish?
I
Is it
don't
good to
fish.
fish in the rain?
Yes.
Why is that? Did a fish come up closer to the level because it's raining?
Well, the water clears so you can see, clarity-wise, you can see.
That means
down.
they could see you and they would swim away, though, as a fisherman. Right?
I
Oh,
ju-
crap,
I
there's a
just-
fisherman up there.
I just take my teeth out so I
I
don't
just-
scare them.
It's just... Imagine Chief putting his teeth at the end of a line.
What the hell? I don't get no da-da-da. There we go. Damn.
Could you imagine Chief putting his teeth at the end of a line
Oh
as
my
the
God,
lure?
no.
And then one of the fish catch it like a big mouth bass, catches it in their mouth, and they come up with Chief's teeth in his mouth.
Oh my God.
A big red. Redfish.
Oh my God! Oh, not today. He's not fishing today. He says it brings in fresh air.
There you go.
But how does that affect fishing?
Hey.
Fresh air?
Hey.
What do they have? Stale
It's
air
all-
under the
it's-
water? They need fresh
It's
air.
all
What
good.
the hell?
It's all good.
All right, we're going to step aside officially for our first break so that this way I can get over Studio 2.
No Chiefs rant today, folks, just so you know. I'm giving my 3 minutes of fame up today for my good buddy, Mr. Shade.
All right, there you have it. So we'll be back. I'll be sitting over in Stadio. Jesus
Studio
Christ.
B.
Studio 2. I know, exactly right.
Studio 2.
When we come back, I will be interviewing Shade, talking about his upcoming match, and then Shade will join the rest of crazy stuff that's going on here for as much of the rest of the show as he would like to. Hopefully, maybe straighten. What happened to my microphone? We'll be right back. Oh, there it is. We'll be right back.
It's not the worst podcast ever, is it? It's the best podcast. Thoughts count anywhere. All your wrestling news, all your hobbit hey, all your gimmickry. Go on over, listen wherever your podcasts are downloaded. The Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. I'm the big LG Doc Ellis. That's my endorsement. Booyah!
This is John Cena. I just wanted to send you a congratulations on your podcast. Thoughts count anywhere. Because indeed they do. Thoughts are important. I mean, what would we do without them? And how can they not count anywhere? Is there a place that thoughts don't count? I can't think of one. Well, I just wanted to say thank you very much, congratulations, and good luck on the podcast. Thoughts count anywhere, because they do.
This is the story of one man's incredible journey from 350 to 200-pound weight loss and his mission to help and inspire others. Aaron Phillips. People are praising Aaron's new book with 5-star reviews. Aaron's various humorous and wildly entertaining stories portray his rise as a sports announcer, his encounters with exotic and irregular entertainers on the Las Vegas Strip through his long-running Vegas Unwrapped radio show, and his contagious and positive style of pursuing success. Call now or visit our website or Amazon now to get your copy of Let My Voice Speak to You, stories from a Hall of Fame radio personality. Order now.
Go Live Vegas Studios, a unique multi-camera social media virtual content creators paradise. We offer high-end services using live streaming and film production for your personal or corporate, commercial or event and campaign needs. Pre-record or live stream to your audience on multiple social media platforms simultaneously. Fun and interactive with social media comments, phone lines, live remotes, audio Foley sounds, and Snapchat filters. Be creative, get recognized, and make money. We help you by providing an all in-house production team. Visit our website at golive.vegas.
I hope y'all can still. Thoughts Count Anywhere come to you live from the Go Live Vegas studios in the heart of Las Vegas, Nevada. Thank you for joining us. Now, you can tell I've shifted over to Studio 2. The boys in the main studio are napping now. I give them an opportunity to, after that way we started today's show, Shade, they need a rest. It's been a bumpy opening.
They need a whole reset.
Right, we need a whole reset. Joining me is the champ. You can see he's got some metal around his shoulders. DeShade here sitting with a good friend of the show's.
Yes, sir.
Been around quite a, what? He's going to throw the teeth at me. That's all I need is flying teeth in the studios. Keep that mic up close. So
My bad.
we have Shade. Listen, Shade is no stranger to our show. He bumps into the chat room. He visits us. He calls in. He comes into the chat room. We absolutely love it. And today, though, we're going to do a little serious chat today.
Yes.
Because coming up on the 11th, the LGBTQ plus community fundraiser event called Loud and Proud, put on by Big Valley Wrestling.
There you go.
Did I get it all?
You did.
Whew, thank goodness for a teleprompter. Right? No teleprompter. Shade has one of his biggest, and I've seen you wrestle a lot over the years, and we talked about it during the break. I did go on record as saying you were my breakout star
Yes, sir.
for 2021, and you made me proud. You made me look smart.
There you go.
And that takes a lot of work, let me tell you. But you have a big match coming up against
do.
Sean Black. Why don't you talk about that?
So I got my start at Big Valley
Right.
back in 2016 August at Fan Mania.
Okay.
With the show, and that's the only company I've wrestled in here in Vegas. I haven't won a title at. Now
Oh.
I've won trophies like I got fan favorite by blowing Fresco out of the waters multiple times.
Okay.
But I've never had any of these from Big Valley, and so I finally get my chance.
Okay.
Sadly, it's not as easy as I'd hope it would be. It's against Sean Black, who's also in great shape now.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to the first time I saw him. So that's a big hill I got to climb.
Okay.
And I'm Mr. Yeeter, but like he's still a big dude. I don't know if I could yeet him. I've been yeeting these other people. you
Well,
know?
listen, I've seen you over the years wrestle some big dudes, and I'm not just talking height, but got some habit. No, listen, listen. Over the years, you too. Let's not throw shade at these other guys. See what I did there, ladies and gentlemen? I even got a tip on that one. But you've also done a wonderful job getting your body shaped over the last couple of years for the long haul. So that takes a lot of work too.
Yes.
But you've taken on some big boys.
I have.
And you've won your share. Some of them have taken you down, which happens. So does Sean really impose that much of a concern for you since he's bigger? Yes, his body has also changed. He's gotten in great shape. But I mean, you've gone against guys like that. So how do you change your approach to a guy like Sean versus the other individuals you've gone up against?
Well, the biggest change I've noticed in Sean, besides the size, is he's faster now.
He's got some quickness now. You're right.
So now I have to be even faster than I already am.
Okay.
To counteract that. However, excuse me, he's been doing this a long time, a lot longer than I have. So he knows stuff I don't know.
Okay.
But then again, I know stuff that he doesn't know that I know.
Okay, I followed that.
You follow that? Okay.
Gotcha.
So all I gotta do is plug and play, essentially.
Okay.
Find out what I can take advantage of and what I have to guard against.
Now, you've also seen him, though, in person a lot because he's been on the same BVW cards as you've been, where he's had other matches, you've been in other matches. So you've had an opportunity to watch backstage or peer through the curtain or whatever you can to see him live. I'm sure you're studying some tape a little bit, right?
I have. In fact, I watched the first match I ever had with Sean
Oh,
Black.
okay. When was that?
Oh, my goodness.
Roughly.
2 years or 3 years ago.
Okay.
It was at Big Valley. It was Sean Black, Roman Alexander, and myself in a triple threat.
Okay. I
And-
vaguely recall that now. I might have
Yep.
been on the mic for that one.
You were. You and Jason Mewes on the mic.
Oh, okay.
And Sean got the victory in that match.
Okay.
And at that time, he was big, and he was flying over the top ropes.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine what he's going to do now.
Now it's going to be a little more like a missile.
Right.
Rather than just flying.
Do hit a coast to coast. I've never seen a guy that
Wow,
big hit a
yeah.
coast to coast.
Right on.
Sadly, it was on me.
Oh, you kind of saw it, and then you blacked out for a moment.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Gotcha. So do you, as part of your learning experience to go up against a guy like Sean, and again, I don't want you to tip your hand on how you're preparing, do you talk to other folks, other wrestlers who've faced him to get some input, some ideas what worked, what didn't work, or are you just relying on tape and your own experience to be successful?
Just tape and experience.
Okay. Because this is a big shot for you.
Yes, it is.
So if you win on the 11th from Sean, and I know it's the main event, which, by the way, Thoughts Count Anywhere, our show here. I don't know if we had the flyer. We had it up earlier. There
We're
it is.
sponsoring this.
We are actually sponsoring the main event with you and Sean. You win this thing. What's it going to feel like? What emotions are you anticipating? Are you not even thinking about that because you got to focus on first getting the belt and winning that match?
I'm not gonna lie. I have looked past the match already.
Okay.
And if I do win the championship, guaranteed I'm gonna cry. I'm
Okay. Well,
Just
that's fair.
because I've been doing this for 6 years now, and every time I get a championship, it means something.
Sure.
Really.
Sure. Absolutely. You're a little lighter than I've seen you in the past. You've always had a couple of more. So I don't know what's been going on there, dude, but this is the big one coming up.
This is the big one. Yep, that's what I'm focused on. So, like, 6 years, I've seen people come in and out of
Sure.
Big Valley, do great things. I'm just like, I got to be next. Like, for example, Fresco.
Okay.
During COVID, Fresco put Big Valley on his shoulders, and he carried it through.
Sure.
But he also got an ego with it, so I'm going to slowly make my way up to him. But first, I got to focus
Okay.
on Sean Black.
Okay. Because when and if you win on the 11th, you got guys like Sean. I'm sure he'll want a rematch. Frank the Tank, who of course you know is a past champ. Kevin Ducats, Leon Hader. All right, all of these big guys are going to want.
Mondo Rocks. I got
Even Mondo, right? It's the guys from Sky High. All of these guys are going to want to line back up now and want to go after the belt. So that's going to be the whole. Now you're chasing. It's easier to do the chasing than being the prey.
I'm chasing, and if I win, I'll have to also be watching my back because Papa Yase has four title defenses. If he has alley catch,
Correct.
he gets that one, he can cash in.
Oh,
It's like,
really?
there's
Okay.
so many variables
That's
I
a
gotta watch out
stipulation
for.
I didn't want to know that we'll share. Yeah, I didn't realize that. So you got to have your head on a swivel. You could be in the middle of celebrating, and then you could be SOL at that point, which I hope doesn't happen.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be like the 24. Yeah, right. The best woods right here.
Right.
I mean, in a way, it could almost be like the 24/7 title that the big guys have. If you win that night, you got to be your head on a swivel.
I'm going to win and leave.
That's right.
I'm
Make a
out.
beeline right out the door, right?
Exactly.
So now, but you also perform in other great promotions as well.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just BVW that you have this sentimental feeling because you have not had that opportunity to win a singles title yet?
I have that feeling because that's where I got my start.
Okay.
Like I love winning championships all over.
Sure.
But like that's where I started.
Okay.
I feel like I gotta cement my legacy from a start
Okay.
point. You know.
Sure.
And that's at Big Valley.
Absolutely. Well, makes total sense. The event is June 11th, a week from
11th.
tonight. Doors open at 6:15. First bell 7 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
I believe. Tickets are available on Eventbrite. You can go to eventbrite.com, purchase your tickets, and show up and see the man do his thing among everybody else on the card. There's a 6-man, which some show by the name of Aaron Zauer, I think is. I think we have a caller coming in there, Mr. Producer. I see the white light blinking, and I hope it's a caller that's pertinent to this. Caller, thank you for calling Thoughts Count Anywhere. Who's this, please?
Someone mentioned
I'm
the
sorry.
boogeyman's name.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that again?
When you mention the boogeyman's name, the boogeyman comes out.
Is that the Fly that I hear?
Yes, Aaron. I'm talking to the worst commentator in Las Vegas. I am the Fly, the street sweeper, the city kingpin, and I got a little something for the shade. Let's make something very clear. You are and will always be my undercard. No matter what show it is, no matter what time it is, no matter what place it is, it doesn't matter positioning. You are always going to be my understudy. And it's okay. There's roles for guys like you. Hence why you went elsewhere, and now you're big fish, small pond. This is mainland Valley King, City Kingpin Fly. This is a whole different level. So I'm a little irritated this morning that my street sweepers had to inform me that someone is talking about and speaking ill on my name. So next
Speaking
time,
ill on his name, I put him over. If anything, I said he carried Big
No.
Valley, so clearly the Fly has some flies in his ear.
It was afterwards. It was afterwards. You talking about
Your ego?
some ego?
Yes, sir.
Don't you call yourself Strap Daddy? Aren't you associated with power pieces? Even though in your hands are anti-power pieces?
Anti-power
I don't understand
pieces.
it.
Could have sworn I knocked you out in your own show, but okay, anti-power pieces.
Oh, yeah. That's the funny thing about it, Shade. You're still chasing that one thing. You can't get that itch, huh? Now you want the Las Vegas title.
I'm chasing.
There's a reason. There's a reason why you didn't accomplish anything all those years in Big Valley.
So, hey, Fresco, real quick. So we started at the same time at Big Valley. You remember that, right? And
Who's done more?
Let me finish.
Who's done
Let
more
me
in Big
finish.
Valley?
Who's gone more
Who's done more in
places?
Big Valley?
You stay held down by you know who, so you have a select places you can go. I can go
What do you
wherever
mean
I
I
want to
can
go
go?
because I do it myself. Because as you say, we're both self-made, but I'm self-made without any bitch in me. That's the difference.
What do you mean? What do you mean? You go around to the same places, do the same old thing, rinse, repeat, strap daddy that. It doesn't mean anything. Everything I've done has
Took you
always
forever to
meant
get
more.
done. That's why you left.
No.
Remember when you left?
No,
When you started
everything
training,
was
you
more.
left. Oh, I can't do this anymore. My so-and-so doesn't want me to
Can't
do this.
what
Remember that?
anymore.
I
Can't
remember
do
that.
Gentlemen,
and it's funny.
with all
It's funny.
due
Ever since then, actually, you know what? Who's ranked higher in the power rankings right now? Me or you?
Because you and your boys had to
Huh.
bitch and complain about it. Yeah, I heard about
Hey,
that too.
who beat Kenny
How
King?
is
Who
Shade
got- who
higher
got a
than
bigger
me?
win?
I still got the clip on my phone. Should I post it tonight? I'll post it for you tonight. I got screenshots.
You're
I'm
lucky
Mr.
I-
Screenshot and Strap Daddy. Don't try me.
Gentlemen, as
Oh
much
my
as I would
God,
love to
fair.
continue this conversation,
You
which
don't cut no promos. You just talk trash on the internet. It's nothing serious.
Cut him
You're
off
not-
and
you're
that
not really
hairline.
about
Etch
it.
a sketch.
You're not really about it. Okay, Buckwheat.
Etch a sketch.
You got
Pizza
Fresco
Hut
hair.
sponsored.
Champ, Fresco, appreciate you calling in. I promise you this will be something we will
Hey,
continue on at another
do better-
show.
Do better on commentary.
Just remember, sir, even though he hung up on me, that's okay. Hey, he doesn't realize that I'm calling his match on the 11th,
part.
so we may
I
have
know
to.
that.
So I know you got my back.
Yes, sir.
So a show by the name of Aaron Zauer is actually sponsoring that 6-man match. So I may need some bodyguard work there.
And that's Fresco and the Players Club against Sky High and Jody himself, correct?
Correct. That is correct. So that'll be a great match also. All right. Apologize for that. I know I would listen. I can't wait to have that storyline continue at some point. But the focus is you and Sean.
Yes, sir.
And that's what I want to make sure that everybody remembers. So we have about 2 minutes, about a minute and a half left. So I want you to look in that camera, send a message to Sean for next week, because I have a funny feeling we're going to have Sean on here next week if I can make that work out. I got to give him equal time, and I know you respect that.
Yes.
But please, let's deliver a message before we go to break.
Real quick, Sean. I'm impressed with the body transformation. Not impressed with you ducking and dodging me last show. I'm glad you found your balls and are going to show up this show. Make sure you shine that title up for me real nice, because I'm taking it home with me to continue to be a strap daddy.
There you have it. Shade going up against Sean Black on June 11th. Loud and proud, the LGBTQ plus Community Center fundraiser down on Maryland. Tickets available on Eventbrite. You want to be there. All right, we're going to step aside for a second break. More to take it to the top of the hour right after this.
What's up, man? It's your boy, 752. I'm here with my man, Big G. I need you to check out the podcast, Thoughts Count Anywhere. This is the Essential Character EC3 on behalf of my dear friends at Thoughts Count Anywhere. The podcast for your mind when you need deep thinking about all things sports and entertainment.
Hello, this is Martin Casals, a.k.a. Marty the Mob, and you're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. Enjoy.
This is Impact Wrestling's Dash and Chris Bay, the ultimate finesser, former Finesse Division champion, and you're listening to Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast.
Thoughts Count Anywhere. Y'all watching it. This is my new tag team partner, Steve-O, a.k.a. Zeus, from the hit movie Friday, and from No Holds Barred.
Hi, I'm Sean Navari. Listen to Thoughts Count Anywhere for all your wrestling news.
Hey, what's going on? This is Axe, and I'm smashing the demolition. And we want to invite you to watch every Saturday morning. Thoughts Count Anywhere.
Go Live Vegas Studios, a unique multi-camera social media virtual content creators paradise. We offer high-end services using live streaming and film production for your personal or corporate, commercial or event and campaign needs. Pre-record or live stream to your audience on multiple social media platforms simultaneously. Fun and interactive with social media comments, phone lines, live remotes, audio Foley sounds, and Snapchat filters. Be creative, get recognized, and make money. We help you by providing an all in-house production team. Visit our website at golive.vegas.
All right, welcome back. Hour number one. We have a few minutes left before we get into hour number two. Again, we want to thank Shade. Shade's still here in the studio with us for a great opportunity to share his thoughts on that match. And then, Fresco chiming in. That's, phones work. We took his call and wanted to keep the focus on the match of Sean and Shade. We appreciate that. We appreciate all of our listeners. Thank you, everybody. All right, let's talk about Hell in the Cell, the Sun pay-per-view tomorrow night. We got some matches to quickly go over. Let's see. The first sheet, let's talk about. Let's go to the bottom first. Let's start with the SmackDown Women's Championship. Ronda Rousey, we now know, based on results last night, is going against Natalya.
Number one contender won last night.
Thoughts? What are we going to see?
I'm going to see Ronda Rousey win again.
Okay.
Ronda.
I really, really, really want to see Natty win. She deserves a good, solid run. But it's not going to happen against Ronda, so I agree. I think we're all in agreement with that. We'll get Shade's take on Hell in a Cell after the break at the top of the hour. Of course, he's probably focused on Sean. He probably doesn't care about Hell in a Cell. AJ Styles, Finn Balor, Liv Morgan take on The Judgment Day. A lot of conspiracy theories going around this match. So, Chief, start us off.
I like AJ and Liv and Finn Balor in this match.
Okay. Thomas.
The Judgment Day. I don't see them losing their first real match in the faction this early.
I agree.
I agree also. I don't think it's going to be a clean finish in any way. I think there's going to be some hanky-panky, swervy stuff. Big talk, though. Someone on that one team, maybe there's always been turning and joining the faction out of that match.
They could throw a curveball and go AJ.
And I read that last night too, but Finn Balor's name has been the name that's been most common thus far.
That's why I'm thinking it could be a curveball with AJ.
I think it's going to go longer. I think that's why I'm picking who I picked to win it.
Oh, so you think this storyline will go longer?
It's going to go out, and I think eventually there will be a turn, but it's not going to be This match.
Because the next pay-per-view would be Money in the Bank.
Correct.
Do you think something would happen there? If
Possibly.
Okay. All right.
Possibly.
All right. Sounds good. But I'm going with the Judgment Day on that one as well. All right. Handicap match, Bobby Lashley versus Almost an MVP. Shark, let's start with you this go-around.
I really don't care. So
Is this the bathroom break match?
Yes. This is the bathroom break match, so I really don't care. But just for the hell of it, Bobby Lashley, just to piss everybody off.
Okay. Thomas.
Lashley.
Chief?
Lashley.
Okay. I think Lashley also. Lashley,
So how are you going to piss everybody off by taking Lashley? Explain that to me.
Oh, no, I just said that just for the hell of it.
Explain that to me. will
I
you?
just said it just for the hell of it.
Okay,
I
just
guess
checking.
I
just
guess
checking.
everybody expected something different
Yeah, well.
from him on that pick. Okay, next match. United States Championship. Theory versus Ali.
I want to see Ali, but I'm going Theory because it looks like they're setting up Theory and Cena for SummerSlam.
I agree. Theory.
Shark.
I want Ali to win because I just love Ali and his craft work. But since this is WWE we're talking and they're creative, Austin Theory.
So let me ask you this question. Does Cena show up at the end of this match?
No, I think he shows up at Money in the Bank.
I agree. Money in the Bank will show up.
Cena's working on a movie out in L.A., so the answer is no.
Okay. You don't think WWE would send the corporate jet?
They don't need to send. Well, he can afford
No, I know
it
he's got his own
himself.
jet. That's true. I don't know. If let's say if he shows up at Money in the Bank though, and they have their match at SummerSlam, right? That's what everybody's talking about. Is a 1 month build long enough? Even with Cena involved, because remember he hasn't been around. You still got this could be one of those. Why is he taking a spot from another guy and blah 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 blah. Is 1 month, if he doesn't show up until Money in the Bank, is a month's time going to be enough time to build a story between those two? Even though it's been kind of building with Happy Birthday and Theory's dropping his name, is that enough time? Just curious.
Only had a 1 month build for Reigns and Cena for last year's SummerSlam, so.
Yeah, but Reigns is not Theory, though.
Well, true, but Cena just coming in to put Theory over, so.
Okay.
I just see Cena showing up with Money in the Bank, and then they just go from there.
Okay.
I'm talking about like a 3-week build.
Okay.
SummerSlam's at the end of July.
Maybe he's just sitting in attendance. Although, like you said, he's on opposite coast and all that. So
Maybe he's
I
just
don't
going to buy a ticket and sit in the front row.
that's what I'm saying. Maybe he just shows up as a spectator, right? What was the beep for? No, he said to sit down. I just go ahead and say it. He won't beep you now because you have a credit on your column. There you go.
So I'm a do like fantasy booking.
Okay.
Why?
On our
Why?
You'll listen if you listen.
I don't want to listen.
I'm gonna talk to you.
Oh my God.
No, you're going to speak out. You're not talking to me.
So, in the run sheet on the WWE report, it says WWE is using the month of June as Cena's 20-year anniversary.
Correct.
What they can do is have Austin Theory just shit on John Cena, just like how Kevin Owens was doing to build up on the Stone Cold Steve Austin match at WrestleMania.
First of all, his name is Theory. Okay. Let me help you out.
What did
here.
What did you say?
I just said Austin Theory.
Let me help.
Oh, that's true,
Let,
yes.
Let me help you out. His
Austin was cut
his
the
name
F
is
out.
Theory. So,
I don't give a shit what his fucking name is.
Let's get it correct.
Hi, Brandy. It's all a theory to me anyway. Okay.
So that's my 2 cents of it.
That's your take, huh?
That one he
okay.
times it perfectly.
That's
Okay.
my take of it. And then, like I said, Money in the Bank is in June, and then
July.
or July.
July
You're
2nd.
welcome.
July,
I
and then-
told you I'm helping you out, man. I'm listening to this shit.
Hey, listen, this whole show is going down the shit
It
ever
has.
ever since Aaron said the dreaded word of Johnny Knoxville.
Wee Man. I'll change
With
it
the
up.
black
No,
thumb.
I said the other name.
With the black thong.
That's all. Raw Women's Championship.
Oh, hell
Bianca
yeah.
Belair, Asuka, and Becky Lynch, a triple threat.
I would love to see Asuka, but they're not taking the belt off Bianca this early.
Chief?
Let me think on it.
Okay. Shark?
This is interesting
That's
Okay.
why I'm-
This is very
that's why
interesting.
I'm thinking on
Okay.
it.
because they were slated to have Sasha versus Bianca at SummerSlam.
Mm-hmm.
But now, since Sasha and Naomi have left, this now brings WWE into a scramble.
A quandary.
Yep. So they pretty much backed themselves into a wall.
Okay. In what way?
Ain't that the truth?
Brandy, you're always working. You're always sleeping when you got to go to bed and wake up. You're never available. The door's always open for you, Brandy.
Did you see what she
That's
said?
what I'm addressing. God, I didn't mean to cut. I didn't mean to cut it.
It's okay.
Jabronis.
I know. That's all right. Listen, it's at least a lot nicer than what Fresco said about me, so it's okay.
Becky and Bianca have already had their blow off match. They're 1-1 each.
Correct.
They can have their rubber match at SummerSlam, but in my opinion, the dream match for myself for Bianca Belair is Asuka. That is my opinion, the money match.
Well, somebody would have to turn heel.
You can have Asuka turn heel,
Right.
And Asuka has done it, and she's done it so well.
She hasn't been a heel in a long time.
I agree, but she can
Sure.
she can bring it back.
Thomas, your take.
Put me on the spot here. Was it?
Well, no, wait a minute. Shark's been talking for the last 15 minutes on this match. You had
guess
enough time to prep. I got to wrap up the first hour with this
Right,
stuff.
I'm going to start dropping elbows.
I'm telling
in
you.
a minute, man.
Well, I already gave my prediction. I said Asuka. I would like to see Asuka, but they said they're not taking the belt off Bianca.
All right. Chief, your thoughts
No
on
one's
this
paying
match?
attention to me.
I'm going to.
Oh, thank you, Brandy. All right. I love
I'm
you
gonna,
anyway.
I'm going to put it straight.
Straight.
Asuka's going to win the match.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
She's due. She deserves it. Becky's carried it on her shoulders. Bianca has carried it on her shoulders for 6 months now. Asuka's going to win. And then Bianca should be given a rematch.
It's only 2 months. She won at WrestleMania, didn't she?
Yes.
Yeah. It's only been 2 months for Belair.
All right, so
I
2
think
months.
I think she needs it a little longer, only because I think she needs more distance as champ to wipe away 28 seconds, in my opinion.
I
from
think
last year.
28 seconds is gone now. When she won the strap, the 28 seconds is gone.
Think so?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's why. So, all right. Well, we'll see. It'll be interesting. I think Belair will retain. I don't think Hell in a Cell is a big enough pay-per-view
And
for a
then-
big change like that.
And then I think, what's her name that just came back? The one that had her face painted, worked with Bray Wyatt.
Alexa?
Then I think
Matt would be so mad at you.
Then I think you're going to see Alexa versus Asuka.
I hope so. I want to see. I think Alexa should be in the picture anyway. But I mean, she's been
She
away.
should.
She's been away though so long. She hasn't really had any matches to even talk about putting her in the picture. But
Exactly.
we'll see what happens. All right, real quickly, so we can wrap up hour number one. Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins.
Cody.
It's going to be Cody. This is a really good feud that they're doing.
It is?
It is.
Seth Rollins.
So if Seth wins, where does the feud go from here then?
Continues on.
A fourth match?
Yep.
There's got to be a payoff at some point, right? A blow off at some point for this feud. And
That's
how?
what this is. This is what Hell in a Cell
This-
is.
this-
it should be.
this
'Cause
is-
it's one-
There's
it's one
going
of
to be another match.
Well,
after
Cody's
it.
2-0, isn't he? Based on pay-per-view.
Yes.
Yeah, he's 2-0.
So,
That's
I
why.
mean-
That's why it's Seth's time to win.
Okay.
And then
But they're pushing Cody.
Then they're going to continue on up through WrestleMania.
Okay.
Next year.
Up to WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
So this feud's going to go all the way from now
all
until...
the way. All the way.
What you're doing, Chief?
Chief is predicting.
What you're doing, Chief? You're gonna make
Chief is predicting.
You're gonna make the viewers hate on Cody, just like how they hated him in AEW.
I agree completely.
Hey, what can I say?
All right, with that, we're going to close up hour number one. My prediction for the match, someone's going to win. You're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere, hour number two, right after this.
It's not the worst podcast ever, is it? It's the best podcast. Thoughts count anywhere. All your wrestling news, all your hey, all your gimmickry. Go on over, listen wherever your podcasts are downloaded. The Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. I'm the big LG Doc Ellis. That's my endorsement. Booyah!
This is John Cena. I just wanted to send you a congratulations on your podcast. Thoughts count anywhere. Because indeed they do. Thoughts are important. I mean, what would we do without them? And how can they not count anywhere? Is there a place that thoughts don't count? I can't think of one. Well, I just wanted to say thank you very much, congratulations, and good luck on the podcast. Thoughts count anywhere, because they do.
This is the story of one man's incredible journey from 350 to 200-pound weight loss and his mission to help and inspire others. Aaron Phillips. People are praising Aaron's new book with 5-star reviews. Aaron's various humorous and wildly entertaining stories portray his rise as a sports announcer, his encounters with exotic and irregular entertainers on the Las Vegas Strip through his long-running Vegas Unwrapped radio show, and his contagious and positive style of pursuing success. Call now or visit our website or Amazon now to get your copy of Let My Voice Speak to You, stories from a Hall of Fame radio personality. Order now.
Go Live Vegas Studios, a unique multi-camera social media virtual content creators paradise. We offer high-end services using live streaming and film production for your personal or corporate, commercial or event and campaign needs. Pre-record or live stream to your audience on multiple social media platforms simultaneously. Fun and interactive with social media comments, phone lines, live remotes, audio Foley sounds, and Snapchat filters. Be creative, get recognized, and make money. We help you by providing an all in-house production team. Visit our website at golive.vegas.
Hey, oh, there we are. Hi there. Welcome back, Thoughts Count Anywhere. Hour number 2, 702-329-6947. Press the number 1 and come join the conversation. Chat room is on fire with comments and predictions. Of course, you can also send us a tweet, which I haven't seen any tweet messages or YouTube messages come up, but you can send us a message through Twitter using hashtag Thoughts Count Anywhere. And, of course, a special shout-out to everybody listening to us right now on the Go Live Vegas mobile app. We appreciate you taking us with you on the go. June 4th. We're almost halfway through this year already. Can you believe it? July 4th is a month away.
That's crazy.
I didn't mean to stun you with that piece of information, Chief. He's looking at me like, huh?
We're already halfway through the year.
Almost, yeah, almost.
Hey, can we get Millhouse on the show?
We'll talk.
We'll
I'm doing
talk
commentary
about
with
it.
him. He's doing commentary with me next Saturday.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Who's ringing the bell?
I have no idea.
Oh.
I'm looking at it right now.
It's not my show, but I can find out if you'd like. Okay, I will. I'll ask.
I may never.
Just in case I know somebody who happens to have a bell.
He's going to talk to somebody.
Is he?
I may have to bring a suit.
Oh, I don't know if anybody should be his manager. I'm the one that predicted him to be the breakout star there, Mr. Chief.
You don't have the charisma like the Chief does.
See, everybody doubts me.
No.
People doubt my ability to do certain things like being a heel, being a face,
You can do it all.
charisma, no charisma.
You can
People
do it
don't
all.
know me.
You can do it all, Mr. Hall of Famer.
No, and I say this somewhat seriously. People don't know what I'm capable of doing, and people doubt me.
Listen.
How dare they doubt the Hall of Famer?
They undersell me.
How dare they?
First of all,
I want you as my manager.
First of all, I don't stutter. Second of all,
That's because you have teeth to keep it still.
Second of all,
You just stuttered right there.
Second of all, I speak perfect English.
I know you do.
Third of all, you keep it up. I'm going to move out of this chair, which I can, and walk around the dais. I'm going to slap you on your bald
By
head.
the time you get out of that chair,
on your bald head.
Which one?
Your bald head.
Which one?
No. I dare you.
Oh, no.
You ain't got the balls.
Not on national TV, I don't. Not on international TV, I don't. I'd go home, I'd have a new lock on the house. Anyway, all right. Let's get into some AEW news. 702-329-69.
Do what? Okay. Go. Call in on the phones because the Chief said so.
Okay. AEW.
What would you do without me?
I have no idea. All right, let's talk. Listen, two major things, in my opinion, came across the headlines. MJF, CM Punk. Since CM Punk's announcement was fresher, because it happened last night, let's go on that topic first. CM Punk, for those who don't know, been living in a cage, apparently injured himself last Wednesday night on Dynamite, approached and came out to the ring last night, a little gimpy, teary-eyed, made a great impassioned speech about how he's fought to be the champion and yada, yada, yada. The crowd was going crazy and had to, quote unquote, relinquish the title due to injury that's requiring a surgery. Good morning, Jennifer, who's here in Las Vegas for a week on vacation before going to Texas. But he's not relinquished it. Tony Khan wants to do something else in the interim. So, Shark, I know you have some thoughts on this, so we'll start with you.
So I'll put more into details about this. Punk did not relinquish the title. In fact, they are going to do a interim AEW World Champion. I really hate the word interim because they're just it's like WWE shit. But moving forward, they're going to have a World Championship match at Forbidden Door, and Jon Moxley is already one of the participants. I'm not sure who was the other one. But that's going to be for the interim AEW World Championship. And my thoughts onto it, good, because CM Punk still has the title. And what they can do is whenever Punk comes back healthy and fully healed, they can have a really good match with whoever is going to be that interim AEW World Championship. It sucks because seeing Punk win that title at Double or Nothing was a great moment, and I proved both of you wrong that we were going to see Summer of Punk 2022, but it got halted due to injury.
But you're only partially right, because it's not going to be the Summer of Punk. It's maybe the Spring of Punk.
Maybe.
Okay? I still think it was not the best booking, because Page's reign as title holder, where I think everybody would agree has not been perhaps the most exciting. The best thing with him was the chase of Omega. Okay, be that as it may, I think Punk should have allowed Page to go over, but whatever. So here's the thing: I don't like this interim title, Chief. I know we come from old school. You're a champion. You're a champion. This interim title crap. Let me just think now. I'm thinking Finn Balor won the Universal title. The next night he relinquished. Our good buddy, Mr. Cross, when he won the NXT title, got hurt, had to walk into the ring, give up the title. They had new stuff going on. We can go down the list, history of wrestling, of champions, newly crowned champs who have gotten hurt, who've had to relinquish the title, and have never really heard of this interim title, and then at some point we're going to have a merging match of the two titles? Come on. Doesn't that make a mockery of the heavyweight champion? The guy's hurt. Okay.
It does.
Relinquish the goddamn title. When he's healthy, come back, get back in the scrum, and earn the freaking title back. I know I'm stealing. Chief, am I taking the words out of your mouth on this? I mean, that's my feeling. This interim crap is bullshit. And you know what it is? It's just to sell tickets, and that's a greedy factor. Thomas?
Well, the interim thing is just like what UFC does. If someone gets hurt, they make an interim title, and then they do it. So it's like, what is Tony Khan copying MMA? But, yeah, Punk getting hurt is awful right now because he had all this momentum, and the list of possible matches over this title could be endless, but now who knows when he's coming back. And the match right now is like to start off Dynamite next week. It's a Battle Royal. The winner of the Battle Royal faces Moxley, with the winner of that match going on a Forbidden Door to face either of which I just found out on WrestlingObserver.com. It's Tanahashi versus Goto, with the winner going on the Forbidden Door to face either Moxley or whoever wins the Battle Royal.
I don't know.
It's going to be Tanahashi. I think it's going to be Tanahashi and Moxley for the title.
Chief? You've been waiting oh so patiently.
I'm going to stay very quiet.
No, come on.
No,
did I say
no,
that?
no,
Did I
no, I mean,
say what you were thinking?
No, I mean very quiet when I'm talking. I'm not going to.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
First off, I think Punk was hurt when he went into the match at Double or Nothing. I think he was injured before that match. Okay? And I think Tony Khan made the decision to put the belt on Punk. Do I agree with it? Hell no. Okay? You don't walk into a company and you're there 2 or 3 months or 6 months and you win a freaking belt. Not when people have been in the company from day one. To me, that's a slap in the face. Okay? So, folks, I'm just going to say it this way. I think Punk was hurt when he went into Double or Nothing. Tony Khan just gave him the belt. Okay, Khan made the decision on the match. It wasn't Punk and Hangman. It was Tony Khan. He made the decision to put the belt on Punk. Now this comes up, okay? They're going to have a battle royal. The only time I know when you have something like that is when the title has been given up. Evidently, the title hasn't been given up to what Desert Shark said. It's Punk hasn't even relinquished it. So, in all essence, he's still the champion. Well, if he's the champion, get your ass in the ring and wrestle. If you're injured, like you say you are, then give the belt to the referee or to the owner of the company and have a 8-man tournament. Not a freaking battle royal, a tournament to see who the best man is to win the belt. Okay? That's how I look at it. And Aaron, I agree with you. I'm old school. And you guys know I'm old school. You don't do a damn battle royal. Take the 8 best, or take the 16 best people that want to come into AEW and wrestlers that are at AEW now and set up a tournament and may the best man win.
But the Battle Royal, though, isn't to determine the champion. The winner of the Battle Royal faces Moxley. And loses to Moxley.
Almost like a semifinal.
Don't do a damn battle royal. Do a damn tournament. Okay? Straight up. Punk gives the belt back. Okay? Punk gives the belt back to Tony Khan. You have a freaking tournament to see who's going to win it. The last 2 wrestlers are at Forbidden Door for the title.
I agree. It should be a tournament.
Shark?
Listen, I agree what Chief is saying. Have an 8-man have a tournament, just like how they did for the Owen tournament. The whole thing is completely fucked for AEW. The whole thing is completely fucked. We can all agree to that. All right?
I don't agree to nothing. You say what you want, and I'll put my words out. Okay?
Anyways.
Thank you.
The whole situation is completely screwed over, and AEW and Tony Khan have backed themselves into a corner. Now, this is probably like a last-minute decision of what they did. I don't know what they did, but what they're trying what they're doing. They're trying their best. That's all I can say. I don't know what the hell's going on in Tony Khan's head. I don't know what the hell's going on backstage with AEW and what they're doing. So all I can say is watch the products, see what they do, and maybe if Forbidden Door really gives a draw, then hey, they may do something really good.
Carlos in the chat room brings up a good point. Tony Khan hasn't always been a big CM Punk mark. Remember, Tony Khan said that the first wrestler he wanted for AEW was indeed Punk himself. Ronald said, that's regarding the MJF comments. But Carlos also said still should be a tournament, not a battle royale.
I have one more comment to make.
Okay.
Right there. It's a work to make more money.
That's a good segue.
Speaking of which, Chief's really done a great job setting up our segues, whether he's known it or not.
I'm trying.
This past Wednesday, many people, Jennifer Goodluck, Jennifer won a jackpot while she was while she's been in town, and now
she has to go win a
No.
jackpot.
I know that, but she posted she's already won a few jackpots.
Nice.
No, I don't know if they're major jackpots, but she's won some money, and now she just mentions that she's going to leave, and
Good luck.
She got some machines calling her name apparently.
Hey,
so.
enjoy your day, young lady.
And hopefully on July 2nd,
we will see her.
Hopefully July 2nd, we'll arrange for Jennifer to actually be here in studio.
I'm counting on it.
As her backswing from her Texas trip she's making,
right.
To come back into town. So, all right, MJF. I'm calling it Pipe Bomb 2.0 personally. The things that were said on MJF's. Okay. Sandra Bjorn at Sandra Bjorn. This is via Twitter. Says, I've not been on the timeline today since the Punk news, and the first thing I see is Goto with the AEW title. And she goes, blessed timeline. I'm not sure. Goto?
Yeah, he's from New Japan.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know if he's got the title, but we were just talking about that.
He's a very competent wrestler.
Okay.
Yes.
Very competent.
MJF grabs the mic, and basically we're talking Pipe Bomb 2.0 mixed in with, in my opinion, Attitude Era, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Only MJF's authority figure won't be present in the ring in a match to face off. But the bottom line is, let's just kind of sweeten this up a little bit. MJF thinks he deserves more money, basically, because he's really been the biggest heel since the since he started. Of course, he was a homegrown talent, really, in AEW. He was signed almost as a prospect and what he can possibly bring. Okay, I see a lot of parallels to a player in baseball or football, mid-contract. You know, they become an all-star, they become 5,000-yard receiver, whatever it is, and all of a sudden they don't want to live up to the remaining part of their contract and then go for the buck. So I'm going to, again, going back to the old school, to me, if you have a contract, you have a signed deal, live up to that agreement and take your chances the next go-around, okay? When I work in the corporate arena, not once did I ever go knocking on my door of my boss and demand a raise because of results that I've had. I've always felt in the back of my mind that when it came time for my performance review or bonus time, my work would be reflected in that, and it was each and every time, above and beyond what I expected, okay? Supposedly, he's got a contract to 2024 with whatever money he's making, signings, this, that, and the other thing, and now he's taking this stance. Now, of course, the argue goes around. Is it a work? Is it not a work? How much it is real, not real, blah, 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 blah. Bottom line is that, in a way, it could be a minor black mark in the wrestling world in AEW, the way he's handling it, depending upon how responses now start coming. But the bottom line is MJF wants to take his ball and go home, as we saw last week, or actually here at AEW. He didn't show up for signings, right? Or in LA, he was late to this, he was late to that. He is the hottest heel. Is he as hot as Roman Reigns? Is he as good as Roman Reigns as a heel? Probably a little bit better. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, they both bring different things to the table, so to speak. But that's basically in a nutshell what the Pipe Bomb was about, in that he wants more money and believes that he deserves it without having asked for it. So, Shant, Mr. Shark, Mr. Thomas, you guys are just absolutely chomping at the bit. So, Shark, the chum is in the water for you. Go.
So, I'm just going to say this. It's a work shoot. That's all.
Okay. Thomas?
Well, of course it's a work shoot now. I mean, it could have started as a shoot, depending on what happened last weekend, but now it's definitely a work, because they're not going to let anybody, even if Tony Khan did not know what MJF was saying, there's no way MJF goes on the live TV and buries the boss without the boss knowing. And I agree with you, Aaron. He has a contract. I hate like in the NFL how all these little crybabies hold out because, I outperformed my contract. So-and-so's making more money than me. You'll get paid when your time is due. MJF will get paid in a year and a half when his contract is up. Whether it's in WWE or in AEW, he'll get paid.
Ronald, that's a great question, and we'll answer that as soon as Chief now provides his thoughts. We only have 30 minutes left, Chief.
Okay. That's plenty of time. Yeah. Okay, here's where I'm going to go. First of all, MJF does have a contract. However, we don't know if MJF has possibly renegotiated a contract or has a new contract that just him and Tony Khan know about. And MJF is getting paid now. Okay? I think if there's people coming into a company, no matter what company it is, from the outside, if you've been with them from day one, you deserve. Okay? You deserve. And you should go to the boss and talk to the boss. And I really think that they've negotiated a new contract, and it is a work. Secondly, to correct something that somebody said, when MJF got done here in Vegas at Double or Nothing, he went directly to L.A. He was the first one in L.A. for the show. Okay?
But wasn't he here when they were in Vegas? Wasn't he playing at a slot machine when he was due to be somewhere, Chief?
Yes, he.
So is that right, Chief? He kind of
he
jumped that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll get to that in a minute. I have that on my notes here.
Okay. 25 minutes left.
Third of all, good storyline you want? I'll give you good storyline. Have a tournament and put MJF in it, and see if MJF wins the belt. There's a storyline right there. Fourth, you talked about MJF not making his signings. Well, I was talking to somebody this morning, and we don't know how the contract's negotiated. If the contract's negotiated to where he goes in and does the signing and makes all the money, and it's his money, if that's the way it is in the contract, well, he doesn't show up. He gives the money back to the people. Okay? If it's in his contract that says AEW gets a certain percentage, he gets a certain percentage, then you got to go to it. We don't know how his contract's made up. Okay? That's the unfortunate part. So, as Mr. MJF said, uneducated marks can get on their cell phones and put in whatever they want, but until you really know what's going on, it's just all hearsay.
All right, great points all around. We're going to step aside for a break in the second hour, but before I do, I'm going to leave you with the question to ponder during break, gentlemen. Carlos, our good buddy, asks us the following question. Who is our Mount Rushmores of heels? Ponder that during the break, and we'll get everybody's response to that. We have birthdays coming up in the second hour, as well as pop culture. Maybe we'll get Matt to call in. We lost a little time because of the snafu earlier, but perhaps Matt will have an opportunity to call in. You are watching Thoughts Count Anywhere. Chief, Thomas, Shark, and myself will be right back.
What's up, man? It's your boy, Fatu. I'm here with my man, Big G. I need you to check out the podcast, Thoughts Count Anywhere. This is the essential character EC3 on behalf of my dear friends at Thoughts Count Anywhere. The podcast for your mind when you need deep thinking about all things sports and entertainment.
Hello, this is Martin Casals, a.k.a. Marty the Mob, and you're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere podcasts. Enjoy.
This is Impact Wrestling's Dash and Chris Bay, the ultimate finesser, former Finesse Division champion, and you're listening to Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast.
Thoughts Count Anywhere. Y'all watching it. This is my new tag team partner, Steve-O, a.k.a. Zeus, from the hit movie Friday, and from No Holds Barred.
Hi, I'm Sean Navari. Listen to Thoughts Count Anywhere for all your wrestling news. Hey, what's going on? This is Axe, and I'm smashing the demolition. And we want to invite you to watch every Saturday morning. Thoughts Count Anywhere.
Go Live Vegas Studios, a unique multi-camera social media virtual content creators paradise. We offer high-end services using live streaming and film production for your personal or corporate, commercial or event and campaign needs. Pre-record or live stream to your audience on multiple social media platforms simultaneously. Fun and interactive with social media comments, phone lines, live remotes, audio Foley sounds, and Snapchat filters. Be creative, get recognized, and make money. We help you by providing an all in-house production team. Visit our website at golive.vegas.
All right, welcome back. Thoughts Count Anywhere? Our great producer here in the studio, he records Friday Night SmackDown for us from last night, so it plays. So as I'm looking at his recorded list, because the show has obviously ended, I'm seeing the News Channel. He's got 5 unwatched episodes. The News 3 show, 14 unwatched episodes. All right, the U.S. Open Mixed Channel, all right, that's from last night. 6 or 8 Jimmy Kimmel Lives. All those news ones, though, wouldn't it be old news by now? I mean,
He's still got 77% of space left.
that's with 77% left. It just records everything. Jeez. All right. All right. So, Ronald, we're going to answer your question. Who are the heels that we would put up on our own heel Rushmore? So I'm going to take the liberty of going first. I know, that's why I'm not even looking at you to go first. I'm going to take the liberty of go first. Why? Because I can. And then I'm interested in hearing how many we all have the same or not. Okay. So here's my 4. Again, this is just me, etc. Flair, got to be on the Mount Rushmore. I went old school. Abdullah the Butcher. There's the guy who'd rip your head off. You got him on your list? Oh, my goodness. Harley Race. No, you don't have Harley Race on there? All right, that's fine. That's why it's my list. I have Reigns on there. And then for honorable mention, MJF. That's my list. Shark, before Chief reaches across the table at me. Hey, but at least we agreed on Abdullah. Give me some credit. Go ahead.
I have Triple H.
Okay.
Mr. McMahon.
Okay. Interesting pick.
Randy Savage. Roman Reigns. And an honorable mention of Bruiser Brody.
Oh, very good. See, you got a point with Chief on that one. Thomas.
Flair, Rick Rude, Roddy Piper, and
Piper.
Jesse Ventura.
Jesse? All right. But Piper was a good one. All right, Chief.
Roddy Piper, Bruiser Brody, Abdullah the Butcher, and the original Sheik.
Oh, that's cheating. You went off your birthday list.
The original Sheik.
That's a great 4 also. By the way, courtesy of Twitter, Wrestling Brain, at wrestling_brain says, I can't think about who I want as AEW interim champion. Still too heartbroken. On our Twitter feed. Thank you, Wrestling Brain. Interesting mix, because you and I threw some old school in there.
You know,
Of course.
I'm going to go old school.
I mean, I even thought about.
I could think of
I even thought about Larry Zbyszko after he turned on Bruno.
Bulldog Brower.
Sure.
Okay. Moose Sholak.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's guys.
How about Adrian Adonis?
Yeah.
That was so. There's a lot of great, and everybody's. But what's interesting is when you look at their picks, more modern era than we had more of a mix, which is always the way things work out.
Now, I mean, if you really want to go one way, okay, I'll just do this.
Which, by the way,
there's one of the best heel factions ever.
Arn Anderson now owns the rights to that name, both the number 4 Horseman and the word 4. So he owns the rights to that name now. If you, that was yesterday's news.
But
Interesting.
There's a good heel faction right there.
Sure.
I would like to add Mick
Heel
Foley to
factions
it.
should be another.
Who?
Mick Foley.
As Cactus Jack, Mankind.
Mankind and Cactus Jack.
Okay.
Mankind, he really, really paved that way on WWF during the Attitude Era.
Okay.
And Cactus.
I'm watching Chief's expression.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way as Chief.
And Cactus Jack, come on now. His ECW promos, those are fire.
I'll give you one we all forgot.
Okay.
Terry Funk.
Oh, God, Terry.
Terry Funk.
Yeah.
I think though when and I'm going to tie this to Foley for a second, because towards the end of his career, when it was him and Foley kind of tag teaming and doing the hardcore stuff, I think it was a very lighter heel side of Funk than we would have seen in his heyday as a heel.
The one that comes to my mind is the empty arena match that he had.
Okay.
Him and Lawler.
Okay.
And you know, that thing was just flat nasty.
How about Lawler as a heel early on, especially with the Andy Kaufman thing and all of that stuff?
Yes, to a point.
We should do heel factions as
point.
another Rushmore someday.
To a point.
Okay.
You know, I mean, you know, Jerry's known more down in the Memphis area
Right.
than any place
Sure.
else, and he went back and forth. You know, whatever Jerry Jarrett and wanted, that's when it changed. And then, of course, you know,
Right.
he had the good work with Lance Russell and Dave
Right.
Brown down there. So
Okay. Interesting question, though. I thought it was a great question by Ronald. We appreciate your asking our opinion on heels.
So, Ronald, who's your Mount Rushmore of heels?
yeah, and if anybody else that's in any of the rooms wants to chime in and put theirs in, we'll take a look at them.
Well, Ronald does throw in. He says one other heel that comes to mind is the $1 Million Man himself, Ted DiBiase.
I remember DiBiase being Sorry to bust your bubble, Ron. I remember when DiBiase started down in Mid-South, and he was a good guy.
Okay.
So
I'm surprised. I got one name I'm surprised nobody put on their list. Virgil. I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding.
That's as bad as Johnny Knoxville. man.
Shut
What
up.
the hell?
Shut up.
Virgil.
Which, by the way, he's dealing with what? Is it Alzheimer's or something?
Alzheimer's and colon cancer.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
And shout out, and I gotta
Yeah.
say this. Shout out to Hacksaw.
Yes.
I was just thinking about that as
starting
well.
his. Is it chemo?
His
or
chemo
radi-
treatment,
or
yeah.
radiation on
By the way, you had a
Tuesday.
shout out that you wanted
On
to throw out there.
Tuesday.
Yeah. We'll have to, can you stay on top of that one? Because I didn't see he started chemo last week.
No, he's starting it on Tuesday.
Oh, upcoming
This
week.
coming
Oh, okay.
Tuesday.
Gotcha. So I want to make sure we stay on top
Yep,
of
yep.
that. You had a shout out you wanted to do.
Yes, shout out to Noah Anderson. Congratulations, buddy.
Yeah.
On graduating high school.
Right on.
It's good to see you do great things, buddy, and I cannot wait to see what you got.
Congratulations,
and
Noah.
you know, congratulations to all the people that graduated high
Absolutely.
school.
Yes.
Or grammar school or junior high school or whatever the hell they have now. You know?
Every grade level has a graduation.
Yeah.
Kindergarten to first. The daycare centers, when kids are going into kindergarten, fifth grade going up, they have. What did we do for our fifth grade? They had clap outs.
I had two.
High school and college?
No, grammar school, 8th grade, high school, and then, of course, college.
So that's 4.
3.
You said grammar school, high school, college, and then
that's-
military.
Well, I didn't graduate military.
Oh, okay.
I just got promoted.
So our chief says Iron Sheik or Bad News Allen.
Iron Sheik.
Oh, that's yours?
Yeah,
As on your Mount Rushmore? What do you knew from wrestling to put these names on the teleprompter? I know who they are. Wow.
See.
Okay, so
Only took him 2.5 years.
well, then who are the other two then, Mr. Producer?
I'll give you a good one.
Okay.
Baron Mikhail Cicluna.
Oh, Cicluna.
With the, he always had the thing in the
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Baron Miguel Cicluna. The Claw.
What about the Koloffs and Crockett in the mid '80s?
Nah. No.
No?
No.
How about Iron Mike Sharp?
No.
Is he a good one? No. Barry
The
Horowitz.
Koloffs, they were okay. They weren't bad.
So here's Ronald's in
Go
answer
ahead,
to your
Ron.
guys. Ted DiBiase, Macho Man, MJF, and Roman Reigns. That's Ronald's.
Okay.
Not bad. I think he copied from our lists and just combined them, if you
Yeah.
ask me. But
No, hey, Ron. No, actually, Ron's pretty knowledgeable
I know.
about
I know.
pro wrestling. Seriously, you know that's a great topic though. And somebody asked me the other night who my Mount Rushmore would have been, and it was interesting what I came up with. I'll just give you 2 of them, Bruno and Flair.
Okay.
Because I don't remember the other 2. But it was a solid. It was solid 4.
I want to go back to the run sheet and just kind of throw
Go.
out some bullet points, just kind of run through some headlines. Thunder Rosa was apparently sent home sick after Double or Nothing last week. I did not read that, but apparently she went home ill. I don't know anything about that.
I don't either.
We talked about UWW. By the way, I don't know if you saw in one of Jennifer's posts, they actually showed a picture of the new WW Champ belt.
That's a nice looking.
So
belt.
we're hoping that when we get them on, we'll have Jennifer in as we'll have some of the ladies come on. We did ask for an official sneak peek preview of the actual belt.
Did you?
So hopefully she'll have it.
Did you look at the belt?
I looked at it briefly. It was kind of like up in the corner of the
What did it remind you of anything?
AEW's belt.
No.
No?
No.
So what did it? I don't know.
I don't know.
We don't have a picture of it. So what did it remind you of?
It reminded me of the old big North American title,
Oh, okay.
and it.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Well,
I
hopefully
think-
she'll have it when she comes in next to start talking about the July 11th
Well,
show.
I know somebody that knows somebody, so
Oh.
I'll see if
So,
See if we can do that.
So the last two of Mr. Producer's Mount Rushmore is Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan. So he's got Iron Sheik, Bad News Allen, Randy Savage, and Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
Hollywood, yeah, so yeah.
All right.
He was a heel for
Hey.
all those time when he turned his back.
Hey, that's solid.
That's a solid
That's
list.
solid.
Surprising, but solid.
I give you A on that one.
Couple other things with AEW. Athena, formerly known as Ember Moon, actually, Carlos says Is Eva Marie on the top Mount Rushmore of hubcaps, Chief?
Yes. Thank you, brother. I needed a laugh.
Athena, formerly known as Ember Moon, and Stokely Hathaway debuted at Double or Nothing. W. Morrissey reportedly done with Impact, so he'll be up for grabs at some point to see what's going on. Liv Morgan finds her first movie role in a dark comedy called The Kill Room, which also stars some heavyweights, Samuel L. Jackson and Uma Thurman, as well as Samoa Joe will be playing Sweet Tooth in a new Twisted Metal series on the Peacock Network. Jeff Hardy, I want to talk about this, kind of something that we kind of washed over. I didn't know what happened, but all of a sudden I started seeing tweets, tragics, Jeff Hardy, tragic this, tragic that. I was expecting to read something that maybe somebody passed or whatever. I mean, when you see that. But then, of course, with this background, you don't know. Jeff Hardy was pulled from Dynamite in rough shape physically, as was Adam Cole, as he was in the same match. And Cole now has been reported as injured. Has there been any other news or any things we've heard about regarding Jeff Hardy as to why he did not show up? Was it all physical injury related, Thomas?
Well, Matt Hardy said on the podcast or somewhere, he's saying out that Jeff was knocked loopy in the opening moments of the tag match against the Bucks, but he pulled through like a trooper.
Okay.
That's according to Matt, so.
Sure.
So I was watching the Hardys versus Young Bucks match at Double or Nothing, and Jeff Hardy looked very, very weak and slow.
Okay.
Like, it
Like
was
hurting slow? Like it was hurting physically?
No, like moving slow. Like
Okay.
he was
Lethargic.
Lethargic?
very
Okay.
lethargic, and it was. I was very concerned.
Okay.
I was like, did he have a little too much the night before or something?
No.
So, I hope not.
No. He's been doing quite well.
Yeah.
Handling that.
All I can say is I hope Jeff Hardy's all right.
Yeah, well, maybe he just
I
needs
hope
a
so.
physical break. I mean, that sounds like all that. Hopefully it is if he's lethargic. Tickets went on sale for Money in the Bank at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Big E posted a great picture of himself on social media with no neck brace. And hopefully this is a positive sign for his recovery from that neck injury that he suffered on TV.
That's really good.
That is absolutely good for that. Thoughts and prayers go out to the Pillman family as Brian Pillman's mother, Melanie, passed away this week.
Yes.
Scarlett Bordeaux to make MLW debut at Battle Riot. So we're going to see her finally back in action in the ring. And I believe Killer's on that same card, is he not?
He is.
So they're going to be out there at MLW. Carlos says that it's been said that Jeff was knocked out in the opening moments of the match he was in.
Oh.
So maybe like concussion-related stuff that he was still, who knows. But thank you, Carlos.
I have to look back at
We'll have to look back at that as well, for sure. Matt Cardona apparently tears his bicep and will need surgery, but says he will stay. He will still be at the next NWA pay-per-view.
He won't be competing, but yeah, he'll probably show up at the pay-per-view because it's the pay-per-view named after him.
Yeah.
I saw that spot. That spot was very scary.
It looked nasty, didn't it?
It did.
All right, let's see what else. Reports say tickets went on sale. Okay. Oh, reports say that the Bellator MMA star Valerie Lareda will be signing a contract with WWE. So more MMA fighters coming in to wrestle. Sammy Guevara and Tay Conti. I know, Chief, you've been losing sleep over this, but they got engaged this past week. And let's see.
That's my bathroom break.
AEW informed talent that the next ROH pay-per-view will be July 3rd. Death Before Dishonor. A lot of stuff going on the July 4th weekend.
I wonder where's it going to be at.
I don't know. It doesn't say.
I know.
Normally it's somewhere west.
I remember
Under an
reading-
ROH banner? It's an
I don't-
ROH event.
I remember seeing it, but I don't remember where. I'll have to look it up, but I don't remember where.
All right, well, perhaps as we get ready to do our birthday list, our crack research staff, as everybody's now pulling out their phones, you guys can look that up as we get ready to swing into some birthdays. Maestro, please. There you have it. Happy birthday, courtesy of Pocket Aces. If you are celebrating a birthday today, Jesus Christ, today, June 4th, through next Friday, June 10th, you are celebrating. This is a heck of a list this week. I don't know. How much time do I have left? About 20 minutes? I hope I can get them all in 20 minutes. Shark.
About 15.
15? All right, we'll try it.
I can got it.
Today, June 4th, the great Gorilla Monsoon Joe Malenko, Jazzy Gabert. Gabert or Gabbert?
Gabbert. My freaking. You know what? Stop for a minute.
Sometimes it's just my pronunciation. Not the way you really have very good handwriting.
You, my good friend, need to go to an ophthalmologist.
These are new glasses,
and
by the
get
way.
some new. No, not an
Wait a minute.
Not
No.
a damn optometrist.
I said he's got good handwriting. I can read, but you know what? Where I come from, A's are pronounced in a certain way.
Not
Is
an
it Gabbert or Gabert? I
Not
don't
an
know.
ophthalmologist, an optometrist.
No, an ophthalmologist is better.
I know.
Because they look deeper in the eyes.
Yes.
I don't want an optometrist. I go to an ophthalmologist. Ever since I had diabetes, I go to an ophthalmologist.
Better go to a different one because you need different glasses.
They keep looking at the back of my eye. They keep saying, "There's nothing there."
Well,
No, that's
you don't have a brain either, so what the
that's
hell?
what I'm saying. There's nothing there.
Do
Okay,
it live.
Rio.
What am I looking up?
What do you look? Where is that ROH show?
I found it.
Oh, okay. So hold on to that
Yeah.
breaking news. So where are we? Oh, it's still on June 4th. Riho and Mikey Shipwreck. No, Whipwreck.
I like
Our-
Shipwreck better.
Mikey was a great
R.I.P.
wrestler.
Bobby Heenan.
Some personal ones. Mr. Matt Robles, who you mentioned earlier, a good
MK
friend,
Bandit.
MK, been on our show. He's a great guy. And a good friend of the show, Jason Piper. Happy birthday to everybody today, June 4th. All right, June 5th, Kona Reeves, Priscilla Kelly, Simon Dean, and Nova. Is that Nova Locks? No.
Nova.
June 6th, I'm losing control. Ahmed Johnson, ODB, Drew McIntyre, and Gunner.
That's it. Shout out to ODB for getting engaged to get married.
Who she got engaged to?
I don't know.
Well,
Some jabroni.
Doesn't matter. He'll be known as Mr. ODB.
Doesn't matter.
Look that up
Hey,
while you're there.
hey.
Look that one up too.
ODB is on my Mount Rushmore of hubcaps.
Oh my goodness.
And boy, does she have some hubcaps.
That's an unlimited amount of hubcaps.
Yeah.
So that limits it to 2, doesn't it?
I said unlimited.
Does she still run that food truck? She used to have a food truck
Yeah.
business, right?
She's got a restaurant
Oh, does
also.
she? Where?
Hotlanta.
Hotlanta. And you thought I'd get this done in 15 minutes. June 7th. Now, I saw this, man, at one of my first live event, Madison Square Garden.
We don't care.
I do.
Oh, okay.
Superstar Billy Graham losing his title to Bob Backlund. I watched that live.
Yep.
The great. Listen, we got some great announcers.
I know.
But Howard Finkel, the Fink. Are you
Fink.
kidding me?
Yeah.
Mick Foley, the aforementioned.
Yep.
The Grand Wizard. Are you kidding me with his little, like, Johnny Carson hat? The whole thing was it's great. So I'm going to botch this one up. I'm going to botch it
Taylor
up.
Hendricks.
Thank you. The original Sheik. Kayla Braxton. I'm going to save the other ones purposely for the end. June 8th, Tatanka. Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
Dan Severn. Who, by the way, Liv Morgan seeing who?
I don't
Bo
know.
Dallas.
No. That I don't know.
Oh, I know, you don't watch that stuff.
No.
Shay, one of the original Nitro
I
girls.
told him I wouldn't say it.
Oh,
when
okay.
we did.
Well, that was then.
Yeah.
But it's public news. It's been in the
I
news.
didn't know that.
Okay, well, that's okay. I'm educating you.
Man, look at the damn phone. You think I check public shit?
His phone is still normally on a wire to the wall.
Right.
So it's got dial-up on his face.
Yep.
Where am I? June 9th, Tate Conti. June 10th, Deanna Perrazzo. Now, some personal birthdays. Shaggy McLovin's birthday, June 8th. Happy birthday to Shaggy.
Shaggy.
Cousin of the big man sitting next to me, Ed Petrosian. I know I said that one right.
Yeah,
That's his cousin. Happy
yep,
birthday.
that's my cousin-in-law, Ed Petrosian. I love you, brother. I know you're a Kings fan, and I know you're a little bit disappointed on that.
You look good in a birthday hat, by the way.
I do actually.
And a former co-worker of the big fellas, Lawrence Herman. Happy
Yeah.
birthday. So happy birthday to each and every one of you celebrating a birthday this upcoming week, today through the 10th. Happy birthday. Make it a safe, enjoyable one. If you're here in Vegas, please stay hydrated. Triple digits all next week coming up. So
And we still have 15 minutes left.
we'll get through it.
That clock's off.
I know. I watch the clock on the phone here. So that one's set to Jewish Standard Time because it gets us there faster. Gets us there faster. So, hey, 702-329-6947. Give us a call with your thoughts on anything pro wrestling. Give us your thoughts on Hell in a Cell, anything that's going on, your thoughts on MGF, or whatever you want. In the meantime, go to thoughtscountanywhere.com. Check out the shop tab. We appreciate that. And also the GoLive.Vegas merchandise tab as well.
I got one.
Okay.
Top 4 tag teams of all time. That'd be a good one.
Mount Rushmore?
Yeah.
That's why he said top 4.
I'll go right now. Steiner Brothers, Road Warriors, Midnight Express, and the Rock and Roll Express.
Uso, you don't put Usos in there?
No, don't put the Usos in there, no.
Wow.
I wouldn't either.
They're not acknowledged.
No, I'm not acknowledging them at all, no.
I wouldn't.
Why would you not? I'm just curious.
I don't know, I guess...
Because they've been a tag
They've
team
been a
for a
tag team
long
for- yeah.
time and have got a lot of titles.
If you, and don't take this wrong, gentlemen, when I say this, but if you look at what most people say today, it's about the wrestlers of today. As one of our good friends, Mr. Will Hudson, has said more than once, go back and do your history and go back and look.
Liz is in the chat room. I'm just giving you a heads up.
What's up, Shorty?
Hi, Liz.
It's because, like, tag team wrestling hasn't meant anything, really, in the last, 5-10 years.
Well, not to WWE for sure.
Well, yeah, definitely not to them, but yeah. That's why I'm not putting the Usos on my Mount Rushmore.
You know, one of the best tag teams I had the fortune of seeing, the good fortune of seeing, that I would put up against any of them was Miguel Perez and Antonino Rocca. I would put them up against anybody.
I know. I've already announced that, Mr. Producer.
But that's old school.
No, absolutely.
And see, what I say today, okay, is each generation knows their wrestlers.
Right.
You go back and do the history. What about Dusty Rhodes and Nikita Koloff?
Or Dusty and Magnum, briefly, yeah.
Okay, so you know the fabulous Kangaroos, who were actually from Australia.
You're not talking about the Bushwhackers, are you?
No. No, way before. Way before. Their manager was Jimmy Kent.
Okay.
Okay.
Any relation to Clark? I had
No,
to ask.
no.
You know that was coming. Come on.
No. But you know.
Yeah. No. Absolutely.
So
A lot of great tag teams in the past that you can just let get left off.
But you made an interesting comment, Thomas, and I want to get further discussion on this.
Yep.
You wouldn't put the Usos in there because tag teams don't mean much to WWE.
Correct.
But
yeah.
does that still take away, though, from what they've accomplished as a tag team in the WWE, given the fact that tag team is not a high priority for Vince, but does that still take away all the championships and what they've accomplished in this time?
That's a good point.
let me throw something out. How would you compare today, okay, the Usos and the Young Bucks? Who's better?
Usos. You spelled Warriors wrong.
And you spelled Hart wrong, and it really.
That's right.
Who would you say? Young Bucks
I will go Bucks.
or Usos?
I would take the Usos. Shark? He would take neither. I have a funny feeling. How about the Briscoes? I'm waiting for that to come up.
Briscoe, yeah, that's another good one. Yeah,
that was
Briscoe.
coming up.
Yeah, them
I
boys.
see. I know.
That was coming
Yeah.
up.
Even our producer. This is his top four: the Hart Foundation, Demolition, the British Bulldogs, and the Road Warriors. That's also not bad.
He's getting good.
He's listening.
Yeah, yeah.
Or he's using Google.
But
Top
wait,
10
wait,
tag
wait,
teams
wait,
in all of pro wrestling.
I want to.
He's doing his homework.
I want to hear what he's.
And we had
gonna say.
Demolition on the show too.
I want to hear what
Go
he's gonna
Shark, go.
say.
Go Shark, go.
Go, Shark, go. Go, Shark, go.
We shouldn't say that in Knight's country. I'm sorry.
Don't.
It's a legit
FTR.
question.
Ronald says FTR is better.
FTR's been around quite a while.
Young Bucks.
Okay.
I
Go ahead.
no offense to the Usos.
Okay.
I really like the Usos, but if I had to choose between Young Bucks or Usos, I would choose the Young Bucks by a mile.
Young Bucks, Briscoes.
For me, the Briscoes.
Who?
The Briscoes. Mark and Jay. Them boys.
I still choose the Young Bucks. I'm sorry, Chief. I know you like the Briscoes so much, but I would still choose the Young Bucks because the Young Bucks have more craft work over the Briscoes. Now, I know I'm going to get a lot of people mad.
Why?
It wouldn't be the first time.
Because
why are you going to get people mad?
Because
I'm not
everybody
mad at
likes to shit on the Young Bucks, and they like, it's like, fuck you, fucking Mark.
Let me tell you something, okay? I like the Young Bucks, and I had the good fortune when the Young Bucks were at Sam's Town to sit up way high with their wives and chat with their wives during the match, and very classy ladies. But the one thing I want to say about the Briscoes haven't had the chance at the big stage like the Bucks and the Usos. Now, as my colleague here has pointed out to me, and Mr. Shant, you know, people take to heart what's said on the internet and all this stuff. Sometimes we have to forgive and forget and let bygones be bygones and carry on. And I really hope someday that the Briscoes get the chance to hit the big stage and really prove to the wrestling fans what they can do.
I got two more tag team names I'll throw out, then we're going to go to pop culture as we got to
Goose.
start wrapping up.
Talk to me. Oh, you know what, man? Wait a minute. I got to add something too. I know what I got to add. Go ahead.
Okay. Our good friend Alberto says, how about the Lucha Brothers? Lucha Bros. They're pretty good too. All right, here you go. Here's two more tag team names I want to throw out there. Okay, one's a farce, one's... The Rock and Sock Connection? That was pretty good. Oh, wow. Come on now. That was pretty good.
Too short. Too short.
Chief just about fell off his chair, which is why I did that one. How about this one, Chief? No, seriously. How about this one?
Liz, are you still in the chat room?
No. Liz, cover your ears for 5 seconds. Chief, how about this one? No, this is a serious one. How about High Chief Peter Maivia, and didn't he tag team with Jay Strongbow?
Yes.
Wasn't that a good tag team?
Yes.
Okay.
Until Maivia turned on Jay.
All right, and I remember that. But I mean, up until that point.
Hey, I'll give you. You want a good one? I'll give you a good one. Brute Bernard and Skull Murphy.
Who?
Look it up. Two of the dirtiest sons of bitches you'd ever see wrestle.
Mr. Producer, can you do your work, please?
we might not have time for that one. On that note, we only have a couple of minutes. Let's talk some pop culture for a few seconds, and then we'll start wrapping up. By the way, hopefully Matt, if he's listening, if he's not, he must be too busy. And part of it, we had the little hiccup with our connect. Thank you, Liz. You got my back. Thank you. Just saved my butt.
I love you too.
Shout out to Matt out in Cali at the LA. Was it the LA Card Show? You said is that what it is?
LA Fan Fest.
Fan Fest out near the airport out there. With
been married to that bride for 36 years.
I don't know how she does it.
I don't either. I really don't.
We love you, Liz, for keeping him busy. So he's out. Matt's out there. Shout out to Matt and Scott out there at the Fan Fest. Yes, sir.
We're going to do the pop culture.
I'm trying to get there, sir.
I got a hot one.
Go.
What the hell's the new movie that just come out that's not on the list?
Top Gun.
There we go.
Well, Matt's defense. Remember, he's getting ready to go away.
No, I'm just saying.
No, but it wasn't.
It's okay. It's okay. It's not on there.
Okay.
I just wanted to bring it up, though.
Oh, the way you said it, like you were yelling that it wasn't on the list.
So we stay current.
Did you see it yet?
No.
Did you see the first one?
Yes.
You plan on seeing the second
Oh,
one?
hell yeah.
I've heard a lot. I haven't seen it yet. I've heard a lot of good things about the second one. I've heard a lot of bad things about the second one.
Well,
and it's funny because last night the original Top Gun just happened to be on TV last night.
When I go and see it, I will critique it.
You'll give us a full report.
I will report back.
All right, please do so. All right, Johnny Depp wins his trial, and I got to be 1,000,000% honest with my viewers. I have no clue what the hell that whole thing was about between him and Amber.
I'm with you 100% there, sir.
And why do we care?
I took a lot of potty breaks.
That's a lot of potty breaks.
So in other words, I dumped on it.
So a lot of people did not like Amber for this. They wanted her kicked off Aquaman 2 and basically canceled. What happened between the two of them?
Who cares?
All I know is a defamation lawsuit. That's
Defamation. All right.
Who cares?
Well, either way, Johnny Depp won.
Okay, I'll put it this way: the rich get richer.
He got what was his? That was like $40 million or some ridiculous number.
$30 million.
Sorry, I was off $10 million.
But he ended up getting 13.2.
It was what? Pooping in the bed? No, that's what I'm asking. I had no idea.
This whole lawsuit was just about pooping in the bed.
Oh, that's full of shit. Anyway,
hold on. I got.
He got 13.2,
and that will be the time that Amber Heard almost caught Jack Sparrow.
Oh man.
That went.
Why do I have that? Why do I have that?
That went right on. I don't. Never mind.
Well, I don't know. If you look at the monitor, you can see what's going on. Well, put that back up so Chief can see it.
We'll talk off camera.
Well, yeah, bring him up. He's gonna put back up there the pic. There you go. Look at Chief's. Look at Shark's head there. Okay.
I am a shithead.
You are. NBA Finals. Boston takes Game 1 in Golden State, coming from behind to beat Golden State at home, taking at least thus far home court advantage away. That's a big upset in Game 1.
It's a big upset.
On the road.
The way Golden State was playing in that third quarter, running away with it, and then Boston just came out of nowhere and just started nailing those threes. I don't see it happening again. Golden State wins tomorrow.
All right.
I got a hot one that I'm going to take 30 seconds. The New York Rangers are up 2-0.
Yes.
Over the Tampa Bay
That's
Lightning,
right.
and maybe we're going to learn something
about their head coach,
Golden Knights. Maybe we're going to learn something. You let the head coach
Reeves.
go, and you
Reeves.
let Reeves go, and look at where they're
I'm
at.
so happy for
So
them.
you better sign Barry Trotz.
Who's playing in the other? Is it?
It's Edmonton.
Colorado and Edmonton.
Okay, and what?
Colorado.
Colorado's up 2-0.
Okay, so we may see Colorado. And
Even with the
Rangers.
backup goaltender, they beat Edmonton the other night.
Colorado versus New York is a really good matchup for the Stanley Cup Finals.
That'd be some banging and clanging.
Yep.
Anybody quick? Anything else with pop culture that you guys want to bring up?
Don't like the Celtics because I'm a Lakers fan, so fuck Boston. Sorry, all you Boston viewers.
Send your emails to Desert Shark at.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, you see what kind of players the Lakers have when they put up on the news. LeBron James is now a billionaire. Well, you know what? Give some of the money back to the community out in L.A.
He does, doesn't he?
That can use it.
Yeah,
Doesn't he? He puts money
he
back
has
in. And he's still. What's that? Oh.
His CD.
But not only that,
No,
he still
that's
gives
Antonio.
money. He still gives money back to Cleveland also.
He can give a lot of money back.
Right, he does.
This is
he does in
nightmares.
Cleveland and L.A.
You know.
Speaking of money, put that back
know,
up there.
I
Did you
saw
see it
it.
up
I
there?
That
saw
back
it.
up.
Speaking about giving away money, Chief will send you 29 cents to buy his video
That's right.
on exercise. Disco
Absolutely.
Sweat with the Chief. And if you signed up for his Lonely Fans page,
Damn right.
Chief will also send you one of his exercise videos that he uses religiously.
And a can of WD-40.
He works out, loosens up every time we get ready to go on the air.
Yes, I do.
Because listen, the man gets worn down carrying this show. He's got to warm up. So, we
Yes,
give him a
he
stretching
does.
time. All right, gentlemen, with that, first of all, I want to thank Shade. By the way, go to thoughtscountanywhere.com. If you think Chiefing ain't easy, boy, I'll tell you what, you better buy a shirt and show your support for the Chief and the Chiefs rant. We've got so much stuff going on there. Oh, and also, look, you can buy a book if you'd like, if you get tired of reading or need something to read in the bathroom.
Buy the book.
Let's see, FSW tonight at the arena, and next week BVW at the
LGBTQ plus community center.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yes. That's what it's called.
No, the one, we're going to the one, I thought we were going to the one on Maryland Parkway.
No. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
That's the community center.
That's the
LGBTQ plus community center.
You got my tongue twisted.
Yes.
The small one, not the big ice skating rink.
Correct. That's called the Sahara Event Center.
That's the one I was
But that's
thinking
not where
of.
we're going.
Oh.
We're going to the one on Merritt.
What the hell do I know?
If you listen to the show.
You know, what the hell?
They only promoted
Do it live.
It only was promoted during Shade's interview.
Hey, everybody. Since I'm in the first seat,
No, you're not in the first seat. You're in
Every-
1A over there.
Everybody I'm in the first seat. I got the mic.
Acknowledge
Turn
me.
his mic down.
Oh, hell no.
Anyway, everybody be safe.
Liz is still listening.
Be kind to each
I
other.
would tell on you.
And I'll be home soon after I drop Thomas off. Everybody have a great week.
Oh, look at
from the
that.
Chief.
He has to check in with Liz. Anyway, Thomas, give it a whirl.
Like you don't?
Well, I do it off the air.
Yeah, well.
Thomas, hit us.
Be safe. Thanks for having me like always. Just be safe, everybody.
Shark.
There can only be one. And that one
I
is
broke
me.
the mold.
Ay, ay, ay.
And don't you forget.
Reminder, join me at the top of the hour, Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips. I'm going to have in studio a gentleman by the name of Kyle Martin. He does Billy Joel and Elton John. So would that be Billy John or Elton Joel? I
And
don't
it'll
know.
be a great show.
It will be. It will be. Because Chief is subbing for me and he does better than me. But anyway.
I got to take my teeth out.
12,
Chief, it ain't easy.
12 to
Hell
1.
no.
Join me then, by the way. Be kind to everybody. Why is that? Well, we have. We'll see you next week. By the way, thank you, Shade. Thanks for coming in. We'll see you next week right here on TCA.